Okay, so I tried doing this stream this morning, but since I said some prohibited words, I had to take this. I had to take the previous stream down. So this is attempt 2, by the way. So today I want to cover the topic of CMOS batteries and how they're now being abused by Sony as an excuse for double duty DRM. So if you know anything, if you don't know what a CMOS battery is, it's basically a battery to store the date and time as well as your system configuration. Think of it like a watch battery that stores the time for you or something. And it's been used on consoles before the PS3 as well. Like, for example, the Dreamcast, the PS2, and Nintendo GameCube used CMOS batteries. In fact, I even replaced CMOS batteries on GameCubes as well. And even the Wii uses a CMOS battery too, and the Wii U. So, why is the CMOS battery in the PS3 a problem? It is double duty DRM, which means, let me explain how it works. If your CMOS battery, if you can't connect to PlayStation Network, then you cannot. Then the PlayStation console will check if the date matches the software matches the CMOS battery. So I already did the intro like a million times. Okay. And something else about CMOS batteries is that they are often they can dry out after several years. Like, for example, there's been discoveries that if you connect to the PlayStation Network, if you have a dead CMOS battery, then you cannot play your digital titles. Which is very fucked up, honestly, because do I want to skip over the dialogue or no? But closing in PS3, PSP, and PS Vita PlayStation stores,
bring it!
It's like it's like when you try to while playing PS5 digital games.
Let's do this!
If you do that, then
an opening!
I don't know what to say. You're either
let's go!
You're either double standard motherfucker or
yeah!
You're either double standard motherfucker or you're just plain.
It's my turn. Here I go! Take this! Ha! Now's the time!
There!
My turn now. Huh. Take this! Hurricane! They're down! Let's finish this!
Roger! Leave it to me!
Fire! Bring it on!
Ready to go! It's up to you!
If you insist.
Like, honestly.
Dance for me. Our chance!
Honestly,
Gotcha!
CMOS batteries
My turn now.
in the... And what else did Sony do? They say play has no limits, when in reality,
They're down. No problem.
in reality, play on PlayStation has Sony will put any and all limits on your gaming experience. Like,
It's my
what's
turn.
the first thing?
Here I go!
First thing is they close your digital storefronts that you love and care about. Like, destroying your old PlayStation
They're off
to build a
guard.
new PlayStation.
There!
Sounds exactly like communist China ideology.
Some great work out there, Ellie. We did it!
Thanks in no small part to you, Lloyd.
And what else? Jim Ryan is doing the exact same thing with PlayStation.
Those things were pretty strong for being a bunch of walking rocks.
Right. And I'm sure we can expect even stronger foes from this point on. Man,
Actually, we'll skip over this. But the fact is, we really... we aren't on stand for this anymore.
Whoa! This place is just
That is so
enormous.
damn hard to get a
How high up
PlayStation
does this
5
ceiling
right
even
now.
go?
Although everyone's like, PlayStation
I won't
5
hold
day
back.
1. Or some shit like that.
let's do this! Tuh! Right!
Like, seriously.
Ah!
What else? Sony killed
There's
CD
no
playback on the
stopping us.
PS4, despite inventing CD playback 4 decades ago. Literally, Sony's throwing away what made them successful in the past. Like, that is true communist ideology, if you ask me.
Primed and ready!
What else? And they force you to listen to YouTube music on Spotify, which
Here's our shot!
is pretty scummy because
Ah!
it's pretty scummy because
Right. Too slow. Ha! Here's the kicker.
Ready to go!
which seriously,
Let's do this!
do you remember when when most of the K-pop
It's my
catalog was
turn.
removed from
Here I
Spotify
go.
because of a licensing
Take
issue
this.
with Kakao M? It basically owns Melon in South Korea.
Ugh.
I've got this! Not bad, if I say so myself.
Yeah. You wanna know what else?
Hey!
PS. And then there's a whole social justice activism bullshit with that has been pushed to the extreme in 2020 and continues on this year. Like, you have a free theme
Yeah! Ha!
that you can download to support those noisy lunatics who burns down cities, loots your small businesses, and kills people.
Yeah!
For what? Racial justice? No, you're... No, you're just a bunch of violent bandits if you think so. Oh, and
I won't hold back.
and Sony was able to kill escapism completely thanks to games like The Last of Us Part 2
Let's do
and
this!
Spider-Man Miles Morales. We play video games because we want to escape from real life.
Right!
And Sony wants to bring real life to video games.
Ah!
It's like, you try to run away from
Leave
something,
it to
but they
me.
catch up so fucking quick
Here I go!
that you have no time to run away. It's like,
Take this!
it's like a tsunami.
Ha!
You try running away from it,
Now's
but
the
the waves
time.
get the best of you.
Let's go, everyone!
And then you drown and die.
Yeah!
I mean, I feel very sorry for... I generally feel very sorry
My
for
turn
those
now.
who died in the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami a decade ago.
Huh.
But I had to use that
Take
metaphor
this.
because
Hurricane! Easy peasy.
Jim Ryan is literally doing the same thing with PlayStation. Putting politics when we try to run away from politics. Yeah, the world's at its worst. I mean, we were in end times. The Sanrio cards from Animal Crossing are getting scalped like fucking crazy. It's the GTX 1660 Ti is almost going for $1 grand. It's still damn near impossible to buy a PS5. It's also and then there's these fuck-ass scalpers. They're celebrating children suffering. Like, absolutely not on my watch. If I was an employee at Target and then you bought all the Animal Crossing Sanrio cards, I will call the store manager and get your ass out of the store, and you'll be getting no Sanrio Animal Crossing cards. Okay? What else? Shifting the blame, yes. Cause that's a trend now. Yeah, my serpent against the CCP and leftists have more than one head, too. Whether it's through shady deals with Rakuten Mobile, Walmart, Tencent, and Japan Post, or even domestic affairs within the US. And company decisions too, like how the LMB is selling itself out to China. Honestly, the American sports industry cares more about China, money from China, and less about human rights in China. So, I predict 3 following things. The tech industry is going to crash soon, especially the smartphone industry. The video game industry will crash once again. And then, the sports industry will crash because we all know what they really are. Oh right, should I mention about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade? I mean, that whole Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade stuff is more confusing than even Anthem, the failed EA game, story-based multiplayer first-person shooter game that came out like 2 years ago. Like, damn, time passes so quickly. But the thing is, it's like, it goes like this. I'm just gonna save here. But it goes something like this. The PS... if you owned a PS4 version of last year's Final Fantasy VII Remake, then you can get a free upgrade to the PS5 digital version, as long as you have a digital PS5, a PS5 with a disc drive. If you have the PS5 digital edition, then Sony says fuck you. You have to buy the game again to get a PS5 upgrade. And same if you claim Final Fantasy VII Remake as a PS Plus benefit. You have to pay $70. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. It's still going strong after a year. And guess what happened? The PS5. I mean, Sony and Square Enix are still charging you more money for the same game you bought last year. All for ray tracing and some other shit that I don't care about. Like, you're like, oh, you want to get the DLC? You have to buy it separately if you upgrade from PS4 to PS5. Like, no one can fucking buy a PS5 right now. And the PS5 digital version will turn to a brick in a few years. All because we know what Sony's doing, Jim Ryan is doing with the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita. What are they doing? They're killing it. Just like how Mao Zedong killed traditional Chinese culture and the traditional Chinese language and replaced it with his version of the Chinese language and his version of Chinese culture. Like, we can't stand with this shit anymore. We can't trust corporations who store our games online anymore. We need to take action. But if you want to help me, there's a link in the description. As long as this stream stays up and I don't get a community guideline strike. So